name is Mungara Gloria. Today in home management, we are going to look at a topic called pregnancy. What do you understand by the term pregnancy? Yes, who's right?
The development of the baby in the mother's womb from time of conception to birth.
It's the development of a baby in the mother's womb from the time of conception to birth. How does one get pregnant? How does one get pregnant? You are saying it's the development of a baby in the mother's womb from the time of conception to birth. Does it just come? What happens? Yes. Sorry? Sexual intercourse. What happens for a woman to be pregnant? Yes.
Through fertilization when the male sex cell and the female sex cell.
Yes. The female sex cell and the male sex cell will be joining up. When it joins, it forms fertilization. And fertilization is what we call pregnancy. Fertilization, the baby will start developing in the mother's womb. When it starts developing in the mother's womb, it starts with an embryo. From an embryo, it starts with a zygote. From a zygote to an embryo, a fetus, then a baby. There are so many stages which we will discuss later. So how can you know that someone is pregnant? How would you tell that someone is pregnant? Because for someone to be pregnant, there must be some signs. After they've had sexual intercourse, they are pregnant. There are some signs that one can know to say, this person is pregnant. What are some of those signs that one would tell to say, this one is actually pregnant? Yes?
Missing of monthly periods.
Missing of monthly periods. Very good. Signs of pregnancy. Missing. I'm just going to say missing periods. Missing periods, that's monthly periods. I'll explain in details. Yes? Sure, Charlotta?
Vomiting.
Vomiting. Vomiting. Yes?
Abdominal pain.
Abdominal pains. Abdominal pains. Another one? Abdominal pains. Yes, Zeriba?
Frequent urination.
Frequent urinating. Another one? Yes? The voice becomes big. The breasts. Very good. What else? Yes, Beauty?
Emotional reaction.
Emotional reaction. Do we have others? Yes?
Swelling of legs.
Sorry?
Swelling of legs.
Swelling of legs. Okay. Yes, another one, yes? Headband. Let's look at these points. Signs of pregnancy, missing monthly periods. As you are all aware that every month a woman is supposed to menstruate. After you've met a man, you've had intercourse with a man, when you don't see your periods, it means that you are pregnant. Because these periods, they are not supposed to be missed every month. If you've had sexual intercourse with a man and you discover that you have not done your periods, it means that you are pregnant. Obviously, a pregnant woman will not be menstruating during that period. Vomiting, they tend to vomit every now and then, more especially in the morning. I've repeated, that is morning sickness. In the morning, you find that when they wake up, they'll start vomiting from nowhere. Even water substances, you'll find that they'll start vomiting. Not only that, even hearing the smell of a certain type of food, even something that is not pleasing to them, you'd find that they start what? They start vomiting just like that. So it means someone is what? Is pregnant, it's one sign. Abdominal pain. Others, they'll start experiencing some pains, especially in the lower abdominal what? Abdominal pain. When they start experiencing that, they'll go to the clinic, they'll tell them, no, this is as a result of what? A pregnancy. There's something that is growing in your womb. Frequent urinating. They wee every now and then. You are from wee after 30, sometimes an hour, again you want to go and wee. They wee frequently. Someone who is pregnant, they wee every now and then. Breasts become big. You have small breasts, like the way you are, you have small breasts. But the moment you get pregnant, you'd find that your breasts, they'll start growing also. They'll grow in preparation for the milk of the baby. Apart from growing, you'd find that the nipples of your breast, they'll darken. They'll start what? Darkening. And when they start darkening, they'll become dark on the nipple side. Just to know that I am pregnant. Then, when emotional reactions, you know sometimes when someone is pregnant, others you would find that they even reacting to small things. You find that someone makes a joke, then they get annoyed. Today they are happy, tomorrow they are unhappy, just like that. You tend to notice by the way they behave through what? Emotions. Swelling of the legs. Others, you'd find that the legs, they start swelling. They start swelling. What is happening to me? My legs are swelling from nowhere. Though it is also a complication somehow, which we'll discuss later. That is another sign. Heartburn. Heartburn, it happens here. They'll start saying no, I have chukuru, in which they call in your language. So heartburn, you find that they start experiencing heartburn like when someone takes cold food like sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes and beans, some they say no, it causes them heartburn. So heartburn, they experience that. Choosing, you'd find that when there are different types of food, they'll select what types of foods to eat. Sometimes they'll say, no, me, I want to eat okra. Today, no, I want to have beans. The other day, no, me, I want to have meat. Today, no, prepare the food elsewhere, just to bring to me. Sometimes they'll tell you, prepare some beans here. You start preparing. Immediately they hear the smell, you'd find that they run away. So they tend to become choosy. Or the loss of appetite. It's not every woman that is pregnant that loses what? Appetite. Others, it's very, very difficult. But from the beginning, you cannot find someone who eats a lot who is pregnant. They only eat a lot after 5 months going upward, because you'd find that the hormones have already accepted that there's something that is growing in them. Is that clear? Yes. Do you have questions on the signs of pregnancy? Do you have? Okay, so now I have some questions that I want you to answer. The first group, I want you to look at the do's and don'ts of a pregnant woman. The do's and don'ts of a pregnant woman. What I mean by the do's, what they're supposed to do and what they are not supposed to do. That is on the first group. The second group, you are going to look at the types of pregnancies and then you describe them. The types of what? Pregnancy, and then you describe them. Then the next group, you are going to look at the complications that may happen when someone is pregnant. You state the complications that happens or that take place when someone is pregnant. Then in the last group, you are going to look at the dietary needs of a pregnant woman. So these are the questions. Is she participating also? I can see you are right. Everyone is supposed to participate.
start with the do's. A pregnant woman should have enough exercises.
Carry on.
A pregnant woman should visit antenatal clinic frequently. A pregnant woman should eat a balanced diet. Should have enough rest.
Carry on.
If you see any slight bleeding, visit the nearest hospital.
Okay.
Then I'll talk about the don'ts of a pregnant woman.
Okay. Go ahead.
Don't wear high-heel shoes.
Carry on.
Don't drink alcohol. Don't wear tight dresses.
And don't be big. No alcohol.
Yes, don't drink alcohol. Don't wear tight dresses. Don't travel long distances. Don't drink medicine that has not been prescribed by the doctor.
So that's all. Okay. So this group was looking at the do's and the don'ts of a pregnant woman. And the first one, they said on the don'ts, on the do's, a pregnant woman is supposed to exercise. Exercising is very, very vital to a pregnant woman. She's not just supposed to sit around or sleep around, no. She's supposed to do a bit of exercise. What kind of exercises? Like taking a walk, washing plates. At times she can sweep, she can wash, all those, there are kinds of exercises. She's not just supposed to just sit, because during childbirth she can have problems if she doesn't exercise. Antenatal clinic. Antenatal clinic, she's supposed to visit the antenatal clinic every now and then so that they are ascertained as to if the baby is okay in the womb or not. If the baby is not okay in the womb, she'll be advised on what is going to happen next. Balanced diet is very, very important that she eats a well-balanced diet. Meaning the food groups, all the 4 food groups, they are supposed to be present. The body, the proteins, the carbohydrates, the fats and oil, and the vitamins. All the nutrients are supposed to be present. They need enough rest. She's supposed to rest. She should not be stressing around or do hard job. She should have time to rest. So when we talk about the don'ts, no high-heeled shoes. A pregnant woman is not supposed to wear high-heeled shoes that she starts walking like this. No. She's supposed to wear flat heels. Flat what? Shoes. Flat shoes, like the shoes that you are wearing. Those are the ones that are recommended for a pregnant woman. If she puts on high-heeled shoes, she'll be straining when walking. As a result, the baby in the womb is going to be affected. Alcohol. Alcohol affects the development of the baby, especially the brain. The brain of the baby is going to be affected if a woman takes alcohol. Apart from alcohol, also cigarettes, smoking also is not allowed when a woman is pregnant because they can affect the brain of the baby. Then you know, tight dresses. She's supposed to wear dresses that are not tight. Not those that are not tight like this, no. They are supposed to be loose clothes so that she can move freely. Not taking medicine that is not prescribed by a doctor. Only take medicine that has been prescribed by a doctor, because some medicines, they can affect a pregnancy. And when a woman is pregnant, she should not get medicine when she feels she has headache. She just gets any kind of medicine and take it. It might affect the baby. Only the medicines that are prescribed by the doctor are the ones that a pregnant woman is supposed to take. Do you have any questions on the do's and the don'ts of a pregnant woman? Yes.
On the do's, on exercises, can she even play netball?
Netball? She can play, but not running much. She can play netball. There is games she can do. Not games that will require her to run to the extent of falling, no. but the games that are very easy, she can do. When you visit the hospital like St. Francis, you'll find that women are asked to run around. Those that have been in the ward for a long time, you'll find that they are there jogging, for fitness and also for easy delivery of the baby, so that they cannot have the complications. It's very, very important to exercise. Do you have any other question? Can we come now to the next one on the types of pregnancy? The types of pregnancy. Who has the question on the types of pregnancy? Okay. Yes.
Our question was describe the type of pregnancy. The first one, ectopic. This is when the baby.
Ectopic.
Ectopic pregnancy. This is when the baby goes in the fallopian tube.
Okay. Fallopian tube. Okay.
Normal pregnancy.
Normal pregnancy.
This is when the woman gives birth without any complications.
Normal pregnancy. That is normal delivery. Normal delivery. The next one?
Multiple pregnancy.
Multiple. Multiple pregnancy. What about multiple pregnancy?
This is the type of pregnancy where 2 or more babies are conceived in the womb.
2 or
more babies are conceived in the womb.
more babies.
Transverse pregnancy.
Transverse. Yes. What about transverse?
This is the type of pregnancy where the baby lies across the womb.
That's all?
Yes.
Okay. Do we have any other type of pregnancy?
Yes, Maria.
Which one? Rich. Okay. Okay, group 2 has talked about the types of pregnancies that a woman can go through. The first one is ectopic pregnancy. Ectopic pregnancy, this is where a baby grows in the fallopian tube. A baby after fertilization, those fertilization takes place in the fallopian tube. When a baby starts growing in the fallopian tube, we call it ectopic what? Pregnancy. And this type of a pregnancy is very dangerous because the baby doesn't grow. It just occurs, and you find that immediately the baby starts growing in the womb. You'd find that there will be complications. As a result, a woman is operated and the baby is removed. It doesn't even grow to the size of a baby, no. When it is just still growing, you'd find that a woman will start experiencing some pain, abdominal pain, just like that, which can even cause fetal. So, ectopic pregnancy, that is the way it occurs. The baby will develop in the fallopian tube. It doesn't grow up to the time of birth, no. That kind of pregnancy, most of the times, a woman is operated and it is gotten rid of. Normal pregnancy, here a woman is going to carry the baby for 9 months without any problem. For this one, the baby is going to grow normally in the womb without any problem. There will be no complications. When it is time for the baby to be delivered, it is going to be delivered normally. Multiple pregnancy. On multiple pregnancy, this is when a woman has 2 or more babies in the womb. Others have heard of twins, others giving birth to twins, right? Yes. Twins, others you find that they give birth to triplets. Even some can even give birth to 4 babies. That is multiple pregnancy. But you find that the babies are born normal. But it is called multiple pregnancy because there is more than one baby that is growing inside the womb. Then transverse. Transverse, the baby lies across the womb of the mother like this. The baby is going to lie like this. Instead of being in the correct form, the way a baby is supposed to grow, after it has grown, before it is delivered, it's supposed to have the head down. But instead you find that the baby is going to lie across the mother's womb. That is the complication which results to a cesarean section for the baby to be born. That is on transverse. On the bridge, this is when a baby, the leg comes first. The legs, sometimes it could be the buttocks. You'd find that they come out first. Some babies, they are born normal using bridge. You'd find that the baby, the legs will be here and the head this side. When it's time to be born, you'd find that the legs, they will come first. At times, even the buttocks will come first. Then that type of a child is what? It's a bridge. It's a bridge. Sometimes, if it continues with the buttocks, then that baby cannot be born properly. A cesarean section will be carried out. But if it comes with the legs, others are just born like that, with the legs first, and that is only the bridge. Do you have any questions on it? Any of the types of pregnancy? Yes.
Is it possible for someone to have 4 babies, 3 normal babies? They're very normal.
It is normal. The children are born normal. The first one will come out. The second one will come out. They'll be giving each other chances. Even the amniotic fluids, you'll find that they'll be different. They will not be others. They can be in one amniotic sac. Especially the identical twins, they can be in one. But the fraternals, you'd find that they are each in its own bag, each on its own bag. You find that when the amniotic fluid comes out, this one will come out, the second one will come out, just like that until all of them are finished. There can only be a complication if there is a problem with the other baby, or if the mother is tired. If the mother is tired, because you know it's not an easy job to give birth. That's why it's not advisable for teenagers like you to have early pregnancies. You need to be an adult for you to have a baby. That's why most of you, when you get teenage pregnancy, you end up being operated. Because giving birth is not an easy thing. Any other question? Yes?
Madam, on the bridge pregnancy, is it possible to obtain the baby back to its normal position?
No, it's not possible. It's only possible when the baby is in a transverse form. When it's in a transverse form, I also had that condition when I had my second born child. When the child was in transverse form, the doctor, an experienced doctor, came and turned the baby. But to some people, even though the babies are turned, you find that they cannot come back to the normal position. You find that they will still go back to that same position. But for a bridge, it cannot be reversed. If it has already reached 9 months, it cannot be reversed. The baby will just have to be born like that. But if it's the buttocks first, then an operation will take place. Because there is no baby that comes with the legs like this, the buttocks first. No. Unless the legs, then the buttocks. Then if it comes with the buttocks first, and then the legs like this, then the legs will end up breaking. Have I answered your question?
Yes. Is there any solution which can be made so that the baby in the development?
Okay, so far I've not had any solution towards the ectopic pregnancy. The only solution is to remove the pregnancy. They terminate the pregnancy. It's only done by the doctors through an operation. Because the baby cannot grow in the fallopian tube. Because the fallopian tubes are very tiny. They are very tiny. Someone cannot grow up to 2 kgs in the fallopian tube. Is that possible? No. That kind of a pregnancy is very, very painful. It is even fatal. So immediately it is discovered, the operation is done and the baby is aborted. I have some stages of fetal development. Are we able to see? Yes. We are able to see? So this is what happens. This is a woman. This is a woman. Implantation is done in 10 days. That is fertilization. Fertilization here is 10 days. It is done. So after 10 days, when the egg is fertilized, we call it an embryo. It is a what? An embryo. These are the fallopian tubes. They are fallopian what? Tubes. As you can see, there is a tiny thing here, the egg. It has been fertilized here. This is where the fertilization takes place, in the fallopian tube. From there, here fertilization has taken place. The embryo will move. The embryo will move at 6 weeks. At 6 weeks, it will come and attach itself to the placenta. Because the placenta, it grows every month. When you do your monthly periods, it means your piece, when you start your menstruation, you are washing away, it's the washing away of the uterus together with this lining eye. That is menstruation eye. So, every month a woman prepares to receive a baby, to receive a baby. So you find that a placenta is formed every month. When it's formed, if there is no fertilization that has taken place, then it will come out also in form of blood. So here, as you can see, the embryo has attached itself to the placenta. Then here, the pregnancy is at 4 months. At 4 months, you are going to have something like this. A head now has started growing, some legs. It is very tiny. And as you can see here, there's an umbilical cord. Through this is where the baby receives its food from. Food from the mother. It goes to the baby through the umbilical cord. Through the umbilical cord. Not real food, no. The food which has already been digested and it's in fluids form. That is what goes to the baby. Then here at 7 months, as you can see, it has started growing now. It has started growing. It is somebody. Others, they say premature. It can be born, but it can be premature. Then here, when the pregnancy is 9 months old, a baby is supposed to be in this form. It's supposed to be in this form when it is 9 months, with the head down. The head down. This is a normal pregnancy. A normal what? A normal pregnancy. So this is how a normal pregnancy occurs. So, on this chart, I have the picture of a pregnant mother. Expecting woman. When a woman is expecting, you don't expect the womb to be the same. It's not flat. You find that it also starts growing. It will start growing. It will start growing because this part here, this part of the woman is like elastic when she is pregnant. There's no suffocation, no. There's no suffocation because there's something that is growing inside of you, no. It is just a normal thing. You find that you get used to it. I hope we have seen what a normal pregnancy can do. Someone can deliver normally. And then on this last chart here, you can see on this last chart, there's a fetus in the uterus. A fetus where? In the uterus. There's a fetus in the uterus. When a fetus is in the uterus, it grows like this. This is a placenta here. This is a woman's womb. A woman's womb, and it has different parts. It has different parts. Number A, we have the oviduct. B, this is the placenta here. This is the placenta where the baby is growing from. C, here is the umbilical cord. This is where the baby receives its food from. The fluid side. They flow through this tube to the baby. And then here, this is the amniotic. In this bag, this is the amniotic fluid. There's amniotic fluid that is found in this bag. In the amnion. In the amnion, there's amniotic fluid. The baby it floats in that fluid. It floats in that fluid. It protects. The whole essence of the amniotic fluid is to protect the baby from any danger. So the baby, it floats inside the amniotic fluid. Then you see, we have the cervix. The cervix, this is what contracts when a woman is about to give birth. When a woman is supposed to give birth, you find that there are going to be contractions. It will start contracting, you will start feeling the pain. Some discharges will start coming out, some watery like discharge, they will start coming out, the mucus will come out. The water, this bag also it is going to burst, it will come out. That is a sign that now you are fully dilated. When you are fully dilated, you find that also blood will come out. Then a baby is born through the vagina. This is a what? A vagina, a birth canal through which a baby is born. Is that clear?
Yes.
Do you have any questions on these diagrams? Do you have any questions? Yes?
Madam, on the types of pregnancy, is it only on normal pregnancy where the baby positions its head in the birth canal?
You are correct. On a normal pregnancy, a baby with the head down, that is a normal pregnancy. The baby will be born in a normal way, with the head first. Even the multiple ones, I told you that the multiple ones, you'll find that the babies are born normally. They are born normally without complications. There might be complications, but not always. You'll find that the babies are born normal. But under normal pregnancy, a baby's shape is supposed to be like this, with the head first.
But what are the things which are supposed to be removed?
Okay. When a woman is about to give birth, I told you of the signs that they normally come. You find that there will be contractions. There are going to be contractions. When it's time for the baby to be born, the first thing that will come out is the amniotic fluid. The amniotic fluid will come out, followed by the baby, and last the placenta. The placenta also it has to come out. If a placenta remains inside, it can cause fetal. A placenta is supposed to be out within 3 minutes to 5 minutes after the child is born. It's supposed to be out as well. If it doesn't come out, then that is a complication. Okay, so now can we have the group that is looking at the complications or the problems that can be faced during pregnancy?
Number one, we have headache.
Headache?
High blood pressure.
That is bleeding. Bleeding.
Swelling of legs.
Swelling of legs. That's all. Okay. So some of the complications that are faced during pregnancy, we have been given headache. Headache, always, anyone who suffers headache, it means there's something wrong in your body. Headache can be a sign of hypertension. It can be a sign of anything that is wrong in your body. So when a woman has headache, there's always a caution. A woman has to visit the hospital so that they find out what is causing the headache. Then on BPO, this is on high blood pressure. And when a woman is pregnant, she's not supposed to have a high blood pressure. Then bleeding, when one is pregnant, she's not supposed to be bleeding. A woman is not supposed to be doing when she's breathing. If this happens, it is a danger. It means it can cause a miscarriage. Swelling of the legs. Swelling of the legs is a sign of hypertension. A woman whose legs swell when she's pregnant can have a bigger problem apart from hypertension. Sometimes they are even admitted at the hospital. So the legs, when one finds out that the legs have started swelling when they are pregnant, they should quickly visit the hospital. Abdominal pains. Abdominal pains are not normal in pregnancy. When one who is pregnant starts experiencing abdominal pains, they are supposed to go quickly to the hospital so that they are attended to. Because they never know, maybe the abdominal pains can also result to a miscarriage. Then we have also breech. We have also the breech one. The breech one. When we are talking about the breech one, when the baby is in breech presentation, that is a complication. Because the baby is supposed to be normal. Even in transverse, it's a complication. It's the type of a pregnancy, but at the same time, it's a complication. A baby is supposed to be born normal. So when a baby is in breech form, the woman is going to be admitted at the hospital until they deliver. Even when the baby is in a transverse form, they will be admitted at the hospital for close monitoring. At times at the hospital, they will try to find ways on how to control that presentation. Do you have any questions on the complications that can be there when a woman is pregnant? Do you have any questions? You don't have questions? Okay, if you do not have questions, let's look at the dietary needs. Dietary needs, proteins, carbohydrates,
to give the mother energy.
Carbohydrates, yes.
Calcium for strong bones and teeth.
Calcium, very good.
Iron for formation of blood, since they lose a lot of blood vessels.
Okay, another one.
Dietary fiber.
Okay.
Prevent constipation.
Dietary fiber, which is lethargy. And then vitamins. Vitamins. A woman that is pregnant is going to require dietary needs. The foods that a woman who is pregnant eats, they are supposed to be present in proteins. There must be protein so that it repairs the worn out tissues. The carbohydrates so that the woman can have the energy to move about and also carry the pregnancy. Calcium will be required so that the baby that is growing inside the mother's womb can have strong bones. So the calcium is going to be needed. Then the iron, because the baby is sharing the blood with the mother. There is need for the mother to have enough iron in the body so that the hemoglobin is formed in large amounts so that she doesn't become anemic. Then lavage is going to prevent a pregnant woman from constipation, because constipation is also a complication. When the baby also sits on the stomach of the mother, it causes also constipation. It is a complication also that we had forgotten. So lavage is very, very important so that the woman can have the food that she eats can be digested well and that she can go to the toilet properly. Vitamins. She needs vitamins so that she can always be protected from different diseases. Here with me I have examples of some foods that a pregnant woman is supposed to take when she is pregnant. Okay? That woman is supposed to take shima. The shima, it represents the carbohydrates, which is the energy-giving what? Foods. In here, I have vegetables. The vegetables, they represent vitamins. They present vitamins. Vitamins which are there to protect the mother from diseases. Then in here, I have the fish. The fish is very rich in calcium. It's very rich in calcium. And also it has proteins. It's very rich in calcium, which is very good for the formation of the bones in the new one, the baby that is developing. Here I have some eggs. The eggs are very good in iron. So a pregnant woman will be required to take eggs every now and then. Boiled, not fried eggs, but boiled eggs. Because boiled eggs, the egg yolk is very, very rich in iron as well as in proteins. I have milk. Milk also is very rich in iron as well as calcium. And it also contains proteins. So a pregnant woman is very, very important that once in a while she takes a glass of milk. A glass of what? A glass of milk, so that she can have a healthy baby. I've come to the end of the lesson. From me, Mungala Gloria, and the studio crew, it's bye. Thank you for today. See you next time.